When you have a teething baby, there's nothing you want more than to help them to feel better and not have the pain and the irritability. So I wanted to share how homeopathy can help with that and my own personal stories with it. Teething in general, you may have noticed if you have a baby, they will have gums that are red and swollen. They are very irritable generally. They'll bite on things to help with the pain. They'll have increased drool. They may have some stomach issues as well. So I wanted to tell about a few remedies that can help. So with homeopathy, again, we match the symptoms of the person with the symptoms of a remedy and match those up and then give that remedy, and it can help relieve the symptoms. So kelp carb is a remedy that has some pretty distinct symptoms. So not just irritability and pain, but these children will have loose stool with very foul smelling gas. Their gums are swollen and they tend to grind the gums to help relieve the pain. They will have a telltale sour smelling sweat on the back of their head and neck. So they'll have stinky gas, stinky stool, and stinky body. So if your child has these symptoms with teething, this could be a good fit. And then chamomilla is the most common remedy for teething because in general, most babies tend to have these symptoms. So if these symptoms match your baby, it would fit. Extreme irritability, obviously with any teething child, but this child wants things and then refuses them. So they'll want their sippy cup and you give it to them and they throw it. They also want to be carried all the time and is one of the only things that will help to soothe them. So as soon as you set them down, they start crying again. So these moms are just exhausted because they're constantly having to carry their baby around to help them. And they want to bite things and have red gums that are painful and swollen to the touch. So a unique symptom of this remedy, which I've seen in my own children, is they will have one hot red cheek and one pale and cold cheek, which is very unique. So if you see these symptoms, chamomilla would be a good fit. And I wanted to talk a little bit about combination remedies. So when we look at homeopathy, we want to match the symptoms of the patient with the symptoms of the remedy. And these combination remedies basically take several different remedies and put them in one product. So if we look at the back of the box, we can see that this one has chamomilla in it. This one also has chamomilla in it. This one has kelp carb, but this one does not. So it's not that more is better. You're just trying to find the one remedy that matches. So this is just kind of like throwing stuff at the person and hoping that one of them sticks. I don't love this method because number one, the potencies I don't love that are in here. I prefer a 30C for acutes. So, and also it's best to find just the one that works, that matches best. But if you're in a pinch and you don't know what to give, this can be a good thing to try to see if it helps. That being said, there was a remedy that was found in what was called teething tablets, and that got pulled off the market because of this remedy, belladonna. So homeopathic remedies can be made from anything from plants, minerals, animals, venom. I mean, it can be poisonous substances, but they are highly diluted and shaken in a certain fashion to remove the toxic substance from it. So belladonna in its crude form is very toxic, but when heavily diluted, obviously it's not toxic anymore. So this was found in teething tablets and it was taken off the market because of this reason, that people were freaked out by belladonna being in it, and the potency wasn't as high like a 30C. So I always recommend a 30C and having a 30C kit, which I have linked to, which has 36 common remedies. Belladonna and chamomilla are in this kit. And I also recommend this book, which I have talked about in another video. There's a couple books that I recommend having on hand because it has a whole page on teething and lists many of the remedies that are used for teething. And then it has pages and pages, colds, flus, ear infections, different things. So it's a great resource to have on hand. So I've linked to those in the description. And as for personal experience, like I said, I've used chamomilla for my own children, but circumstance that sticks out in my mind is when I was at a family reunion probably 15 years ago, and my husband's cousin had a baby who was teething, and this baby was miserable and she couldn't put him down, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And I had my kit with me. I said, would you like to try a homeopathic remedy that has worked for my kids? And she was like, absolutely. So We gave the baby some chamomilla and he fell asleep for his nap and slept for over 3 hours. And she was like, he never sleeps this long. What is going on? And I was like, well, that's actually a good sign after you take a remedy if you sleep, because your body is in a healing mode. And when the baby woke up, he was just as happy as could be, and teething pain seemed to be gone, wasn't drooling hardly at all, and was very content. And she was astonished at how quickly that worked and how he healed. So I like to share these stories of personal experience on this channel. So if you'd like to hear more, you can subscribe. And there's other videos that share other ways to learn more about homeopathy. So thank you.